Hello folks, I'm L.A. Little and this is today's short take. You know, my friend, my colleague over at Investor Business Daily, James Tatar, he does a lot of good articles, and one of the ones he did recently was on Apple suppliers being hit as a result of the pressure in Apple, and he lists some of those suppliers. He talks about some that are outside of Apple's orbit that are doing okay, and then there's a little discussion of some cybersecurity stocks. And what I thought I'd do real quick this morning is just show you, what I think is an important point, and that is that sectors have a big effect on what happens. Apple you can almost view as a sector. It's so strong, it's so big, right? Anything that's in its orbit gets hurt. And then Apple, of course, sells off on the earnings here, gaps down, continues to sell back. Apple's actually trying to do a little bounce here back to a retest regenerate zone, but outside of that, the trend now actually on a short-term basis is down on Apple, not up. And if you look at some of those chip stocks that are in that realm, right, the suppliers to Apple, they're all struggling as well. Here's AVGO, you got Cirrus Logic, NXPI. I mean, there's a bunch of them, and James points these out, and you can see how they've all sold off as a result of what has happened with Apple. So that's, that's quick confirmation of James' good work, saying, hey, these are going to be under pressure. Then he cites a few that are probably going to do okay because they're outside the orbit. And so if we look at like AMBA, right, umbrella, this one is coming back into this big bar. It's into it. I think you have to be careful with this, but overall it went all the way back up, made a new high, and now it's faded some. MACOM Technology is another one. Again, same sort of a press down, a little bit of bounce, consolidation at best. And one more, AVG Technologies. Again, big press down, consolidation at best on, if you look at them on a weekly basis. Why are these not doing as well as was thought they might do? Well, you'd look no farther than the sector itself, right? I mean, the sector has a huge effect on what happens to stocks. And this sector, the stocks, has been under pressure now for quite some time, and that pressure translates to all the stocks in the group, including those that are outside of Apple's orbit. If we turn our attention to some of these cybersecurity names, lo and behold, they're not doing so well either. And if you really want to understand why, right, and here's just a few of them. If you want to know why, you need to look no farther than the sector, and that is that what is this doing? It's kind of an ABCD structure on the way down. In other words, the direction is down. And if the sector's pressing down, it's going to be hard for stocks to press up. That is today's short take.